And I'm using this opportunity to sound a clear note of caution that any attempt to sabotage, to delay, or frustrate government-led metering programs, whether through non-cooperation or through any artificial bottlenecks or rent-seeking practices, will be firmly resisted, and the government will deploy all regulatory, contractual, and legal instruments available to ensure compliance and protect the citizens. We have received delivery of close to 1 million meters now in the past 8 months. Just below 150,000 meters have been installed. This is not acceptable, and this was expressly communicated unequivocally yesterday to all the people present at the meeting that this pace is not acceptable. We need to accelerate the pace of installation. Fine, you have listed all the challenges, but there's none of challenges that's not surmountable. We must come up with solutions, practical solutions, sincere resolutions of all these issues to ensure that we have a smooth and seamless execution of installation.
Hello everyone! Welcome back to Update People TV, where we bring you the real stories shaping Nigeria today. I'm your host, and in this video, we're breaking down the big news that's impacting millions of electricity consumers nationwide, including you. Stay with us as we explain what the federal government has just announced about electricity meters and how this affects every Nigerian household and business. On the 22nd of January 2026, the federal government officially banned electricity distribution companies known as DISCOs and meter installers from charging any fees to consumers for the installation of electricity meters. That means no more payments, not even a single kobo, should be collected from you or anyone else for meter installation. This is a major development in Nigeria's power sector. Why is this important? For years, many Nigerians have been asked to pay for meter installations, sometimes unofficially, which has been both unfair and illegal under current regulations. The new directive now makes free meter installation mandatory, and any official or installer seen demanding payment will face prosecution. This policy change is aimed at closing Nigeria's massive metering gap, where millions of homes and businesses are still billed without actual meters, often leading to estimated and inaccurate bills. The Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, made the announcement while inspecting newly imported smart meters at APM terminals in Apapa, Lagos. These meters were brought into the country as part of a major rollout program under the World Bank-funded Distribution Sector Recovery Program, DISREP. Under this new initiative, approximately 3.4 million smart meters are expected to be rolled out in phases across the country, with the goal of ensuring that every electricity consumer gets a meter free of charge. Already, about nearly 1 million meters have been received, and tens of thousands have started being installed. Here's what every Nigerian consumer needs to know. You do not pay anything for your meter installation. No installer or DISCO official should ask you for money. If someone demands payment, report it. The government says offenders will be prosecuted. The policy applies to all electricity customers, regardless of tariff, band, or location. This policy marks a major win for electricity consumers. You finally have access to properly functioning smart meters that reflect exact electricity usage, replacing unreliable estimated billing that has long frustrated Nigerians. But remember, the rollout will take time, and consumers still need to register through their DISCO's official channels to get on the meter installation list. If you haven't registered for your free smart meter yet, reach out to your local DISCO or visit their official customer service platform. Don't pay anyone outside those channels. Also, if someone tries to collect money from you, record it, take a photo, or reach out to consumer protection agencies, and please share your experience with us in the comments below so we can help. Thanks for watching Update People TV. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, share it with friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe so you stay updated on all the latest national news that affects you. See you in the next video.
Center here in Lagos, courtesy of the visit of the Federal Minister, the Minister of Power here in Nigeria. This is the meter testing center, and this is the warehouse allocated for the distribution and evacuation of meters that have been tested. So it's not enough for smart meters to be produced. It also will involve having to test them to be sure that what has been done mechanically is electrically certified and ready to be deployed to the homes.
So, as I said earlier, this has been confirmed tested. And how do we know it? We have two features we put on our meter. We have test label, which shows the date the meter tested and when it will be tested. And we also have a green seal that is attached to it at this camper. So, and all this has been tested. We have done the type test of the tests. We are going there. Okay. We are going there. We just want to show you that these are the meters and these are some of them that have been tested. So this is the outlet. Immediately those meters are tested, we remove them in here, then we take them out.
All the meters are
Yes. So you don't test 100%. Yes. So the batch that has been tested are also allowed to move out.
Yes, no, 100% don't say 100%, don't do not.
Don't wait. Yes.
Percentage of
Papa Ports, where we physically inspected the containers warehousing the just delivered smart meters under the World Bank funded Distribution Sector Recovery Program, DISREP. Now we are at the NEPSA test station in Oshodi, which is one of the 4 operational meter test stations across the country. Others being in Kaduna, Enugu, and Port Harcourt. And very soon, the stations at Kano and Benin will become operational. This is part of our continued oversight of critical reforms in Nigeria's electricity sector, particularly our efforts to close the long-standing metering gap, which has been one of the major issues confronting the power sector and have frustrated the effectiveness and efficiency of service delivery in this all-important sector historically. I want to begin by expressing the federal government's deep appreciation to the World Bank for its steadfast partnership and support in the design and implementation of the Distribution Sector Recovery Program, DISREP, which remains one of the most consequential reform instruments in our power sector. And its metering component is central to restoring transparency, fairness, and financial discipline across the Nigeria electricity supply industry. One of the major plagues in the sector we all know is the estimated billing concept, which is quite opaque and has been one of the major complaints by stakeholders in the sector over the years. Now, we are tackling it headlong with very sincere steps being taken by the federal government. Nigeria's metering deficit, which is historically estimated at over 7 million customers, has for too long undermined consumer confidence, encouraged estimated billing, weakened revenue assurance, and constrained the liquidity of the sector. Addressing this gap is therefore not optional. It is fundamental to the sustainability of the power sector and to protecting electricity consumers.
The federal government is set to train 4,000 meter installers to accelerate installation across Nigeria, arising from the target to roll out additional electricity meters nationwide this year. Joshua Ojito reports.
More rollout of meters for electricity customers this year, but there is inadequate manpower for installation. And that is what the National Power Training Institute of Nigeria, NAPTIN, seeks to address. 4,000 meter installers are to be trained in the first quarter of 2026 for mass installation.
In skills area, renewable energy, that solar PV installation, we need to do more. There is a big opportunity for young Nigerians. Then in the area of metering, we know we have gap in metering. We're working with the President Metering Initiative to train young Nigerians. We're doing about 4,000.
This stakeholders' engagement with industry players is to upscale training of a skilled workforce to meet the growing demand of qualified manpower in the electricity sector.
This is the area that the nation needs. And if you look at the focus of the nation, it's now everything is shifting towards vocational education and training. For the first time, we are having the master craftsmen being paid directly from the government.
During the engagement, for them to be able to key in, in the area of skill development for sustainability in the power sector.
The target is to close the skill gap, which is a challenge in the power sector.